First of all, you don't know me.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, drama girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queens, smart girl, rough girl, fashion but you're tough girl. You could sit with us, girl. Drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens.
Well, hello and welcome back to Drama Queens, friends. Oh, who do I have with me this week? Mario Lopez is in the house.
No, that's just up there from when I was catfishing someone earlier today. It's me, Rob.
Fantastic. I love it. I always giggle knowing that I'm going to sign into Zoom and see a stranger, but your face.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like everyone, it's just redundant. We know each other's faces.
Yeah.
I don't need to put Rob Buckley at the bottom of my Zoom square. So I just like to spice it up, you know?
I like it. I like it a lot. Well, this also feels correct because this is a Q&A episode and Mario Lopez does ask pretty great questions. So, you know, it seems like the subliminal energy of interviewer is hitting you today.
And he's got a great A. So...
Hey. Well, hi, friends. You've got Rob and I today. Joy's on a plane. So good luck to you.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the two troublemakers.
Joy sent me a photo. I don't think she'll mind me sharing this. She texted me. We were texting back and forth, and she was on the airplane, and she texted a photo of the guy next to her. Was reading a book, and I hadn't zoomed in yet, but the caption was, "Oh, not the guy next to me reading a book about a plane crash." Like, sir, this is the reading material you're choosing?
That feels like a no for me. That's the kind of immersion therapy I'm not interested in doing.
Yeah, right there with you.
Or exposure therapy, whatever it's called. Not for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, like if we're going on a beach trip or like going to the lake, I will not be watching Jaws the night before.
No, because you're not stupid.
Yeah. Even if it's a freshwater lake where I know sharks can't exist, I will still be like, nope. Yeah.
No. Being in water and not being able to see to the bottom is scary.
Yeah. Do you think if we had never seen a movie or we had never been exposed to any sort of entertainment where there was something lurking in the water, that we would still be afraid of not being able to see the bottom?
That I don't know the answer to, honestly, because our minds are so susceptible, right, to thoughts and suggestions and propaganda, including about large-jawed fish. So I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. That would just be a funny experiment to raise someone without any sort of entertainment about boogeymen, sharks, like anything. And then just see, like, put them in a dark room, see if they freak out. Put them in some murky water, see if they trip out, you know?
This would be such a cool social experiment. And also, I don't know the ethics of keeping someone away from society until they're old enough to be spooked or not. But I like the idea. This feels like a good, what was that movie? The Truman Show?
Yeah.
Like a follow-up to that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is why it's a good thing that I am not in charge of distributing money for scientific research, because it would, like, all of the things worthwhile, the money would be pulled from, and they'd be like, where'd it go? And be like, to some elaborate experiment about not being exposed to shark movies? What? It wouldn't be good.
You know, I don't know where it's going to go now, Rob, so maybe it should go to you. I might prefer it to the other person who shares your first name.
Speaking of animals with large mouths and sharp teeth, our first question comes in from Red Dragon.
There it is.
Red Dragon asks, what are your must-have road trip snacks? Listen, I think you and I have answered this one before, but it's about food, so I'm willing to entertain it. How about you?
I agree. I think we go for it.
You go first.
Okay. So on a road trip, I really like to pack a cooler because I want to ensure that I have all of the drinks that I might want whilst traveling, i.e. iced tea, sparkling water, regular water. Maybe there's like a fun berry flavored bubbly soda in there. I don't know. And then for the snacks, I love to have nuts. Like, I want walnuts. I want almonds. I used to be into the sunflower seeds, but too messy. I don't want to turn my car into a litter box. So I think I'm more like give me jerky for some protein, pretzels. Peanut butter pretzels are always a winner.
But let me just stop you there for a second, because let's talk about your nuts. Are they salted? Are they flavored? Are they raw?
So here's the weird thing about me. I like a plain walnut, but I do like a roasted and seasoned almond.
Okay.
What about you? Are you like a zany flavor guy?
Listen, I recently was exposed to zany flavored pistachios because we just bought a bunch of them for the house, and they're
what
delicious.
Was the flavor?
Oh my gosh. Chili lime is a great one. Then there's like honey, like a sugar honey one. It tastes like a donut, if a pistachio could be a donut. And then like jalapeno something.
Jalapeno.
And let me tell you what, pal, it was a party in my mouth. 10 out of 10.
I love that for you. It is definitely not for me. I just had a friend go on Hot Ones, and a bunch of us were together, so we all watched it. And in the same moment, 3 people in the group turned almost in unison and were like, would you ever? Because everyone knows I hate spice so much.
Oh, so would you ever do Hot Ones?
I would, only for the comedic relief of being the person who would probably tap out after like sauce number 3. But I would try my best.
Yeah.
Like I would give it a good college try, but I am genuinely afraid. I don't like the heat.
Yeah, you think you like heat until you actually try one of those like intentionally hot chips or chocolates, and then you realize what like real heat is.
Yeah.
Like where you immediately get hiccups and you break into a sweat. It's a different thing than like Tabasco or, you know. I don't like the idea or the feeling of being tortured by my food. Like for me, food is a comfort. So to turn it into an enemy feels unfair. It's like being invited to a sleepover, but then you get to the sleepover and it's just cage fighting and CrossFit. Yeah, and you're like, this is not why I came here.
You're like, I did not sign up for this. I wanted the Bachelorette episode of One Tree Hill with the face masks and the juice. Like, no. Would you do Hot Ones? I would. Okay.
I'm adventurous, but I don't know how well I do. Like I'm also good at just like dissociating. So I think I might just be able to just like dissociate from my body. I don't know. That's why I'm curious. I also love just any sort of a challenge that includes food. So I would 100% do the show, but I don't know how far I would make it.
Okay, well, maybe we should do it.
If you're listening, Hot Ones, you have 2 very willing participants who might or might not be good entertainment. Yeah, like we're a fun little duo. Let's do it. We get like 3 in, that's just it. It's the first 6-minute episode of Hot Ones. It's the shortest one they've done in their whole history. Okay, wait, this is very funny because it's another food question. Ahex asks, in the early days, what was everyone with MIA parents eating for dinner? Okay, in like the high school years of this show, I guess. It's a great question. I mean, probably like canned stuff, Easy Mac. Pizza rolls. Yeah. I can tell you, though, that largely filming dinner scenes is just difficult. And unless it's a whole party, I think people, at least at the time on a teen drama, thought not that interesting. Like when we were the adults and we would do things like the Thanksgiving episode, that's fun. But yeah, we really didn't ever see the kids sitting down to dinner with the fam. Sophie Bofi asks, if you/your characters were teachers, what grade would y'all teach and why? I'm just going to answer for me. I think it's got to be 12th grade. First of all, middle school was just a nightmare. I feel like everyone dislikes middle school. I have no interest in visiting that. But I've also realized that I communicate so heavily through sarcasm and it's lost on little kids, bless their hearts. I just feel like I probably would have a little more patience and a slightly better communication skills with like 12th graders.
Yeah, gosh. Immediately, I know it says what grade, immediately my brain thought, oh, well, if Brooke Davis was a professor, like I went to professor, I feel like she'd be teaching a college course on business or fashion or something. Yeah. I don't know, but if she had to be a grade school teacher, I sort of like the idea of her being a freshman or a sophomore class teacher, because I feel like that would be the moment where she could look at the girls, more likely than not doing this societal pressure, making themselves smaller and be like, no, I'm calling on the girls first. Like, I think she would sort of flip the script and empower these young ladies to then go, embrace their brilliance in their junior and senior years in high school. I'd like to believe anyway.
I wonder what the vibe is though, because I feel like on one hand, I could see a 12th grader just like really wanting to work hard because it's like the last lap and they want to finish strong. But then also it could just be like they're already 1 foot out the door.
Yeah, full case of senioritis.
Yeah.
I almost feel like it would be fun to be able to sign up to be the first semester of senior year and then let other teachers take them the second semester. But I don't know that it works that way in a high school. Well, we're a little stumped, Sophie Bophie. Everyone's coming in with the rhymes today.
Allie Pally. Ooh, yeah, you're right. If your character from OTH were in a horror film, would they survive?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes, not because I think Clay is the most adept or handy. I just think we've seen him get shot and like he was on death's door and he pulled it out.
He survived.
I'm saying his survivability is his ability, I think.
Yeah. I would likewise say Brooke Davis just won't quit.
Yeah.
She is not a quitter. And I feel like, especially given all the nonsense that she went through in high school. Well, oh my God. And then later, we haven't even gotten to that part of season 8 on the show yet. Yeah, I think she's like primed and ready to go for a face-off with a horror movie character. Though I would like to caveat that by saying I have no desire to be any further traumatized in my life and would like to unsubscribe from any sort of horror movie adjacent experiences. I would like to solely exist in the world of a rom-com or a dark comedy.
Fair enough. That's a good request. I think Brooke would survive because of her like skills. I think it would be like an impressive thing where I just think Clay just would somehow manage to not die. Does that make sense?
Well, I hear you and I do appreciate the compliment, but Clay is also very smart and he gets a good read on people. So I do think he would figure out a way to outsmart the bad guy.
Okay.
I'm not saying you have to go in for the like Iron Man physical fight, but I think Clay has the mental acuity to outsmart someone.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of had that opportunity with Katie, and I wouldn't say he crushed it exactly.
Fair point. That's a really fair point. In my brain, I was like, but she looks just like Sarah. How could he? But you're correct. Okay.
Speaking, though, of Brooke and Clay, I want to jump down to, is it Salome? That sounds beautiful. Why didn't we see any Brooke and Clay friendship? What would you have liked to see them bond over? I mean, like, food is the layup answer, right? But that's just if we're going to like... Well, our show did a lot of emotional vampirism. Exactly.
If they were going to steal from our lives and put them on television, I would have really liked for you and I to go to the fair and eat a funnel cake together.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the correct move for both Sophia and Rob and Brooke and Clay.
Yes.
But I agree. And, I think it's interesting. I think we might have touched on this in an episode recap around you launching the agency. But I think, especially in the parallel path of how Brooke and Nathan had this cool friendship and got to sort of reflect each other in their high school years and a little after, with essentially having grown up in these very weird families without great parental oversight, I actually think it would have been really cool because Brooke built this enormous company, knew so much about public relations and marketing and all the things it takes to work in fashion. If I got to do it again, I would like to go to the writers and pitch that when she's out of work and it knows what Nathan and Clay are up to, she helps them with agency stuff. I think that would have been really cool. And I feel like it was a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Well, and also because, she started her own company, so she knows about marketing, business growth. Yeah, that would have been cool, man.
I just think it would have been neat. And like, especially for our characters, because you and I are both quirky humans, like we could have found some great buddy comedy stuff in that. And then you could have gotten like James's great deadpan as Nathan when he just looks at everyone in the room like they're an idiot. He could have been like, these knuckleheads, it would have been really fun.
You know what I would have loved is a double date with Brulian and Clint.
Yes.
That would have been, because I would have just liked to have seen, I think Julian and Clay together would have just been like two puppies.
Yeah.
Who are just hype, like just getting each other excited and running around, and there's tons of energy. And I just think then I'd love to see like what are Brooke and Quinn doing while the boys are just being boys,
Yeah, absolutely.
Reboot, put it on the board.
Heyo, let's add it to the list. Okay, I'm going to skip around. Jessica, who didn't give us a nickname, did give us a great question, which is, what is your favorite One Tree Hill conspiracy theory? For example, lots of the fans think that Chris Keller is the third Scott brother. I actually only learned that, I think, when we were doing the podcast early on. So yes, Jessica's question stands. Also, do you know of any One Tree Hill conspiracy theories?
So I don't, including the one you just mentioned.
Okay, great.
So the only one I know is actually from our crossover episode with the Ravens podcast. I think it was Simon who said that when he was watching the show, he was convinced that Keith was Lucas's real dad.
Yes.
And that sounded juicy to me. But other than that, I literally know zero conspiracy theories. So people think that Chris Keller, why?
Yes. Just because he's a punk and because he came in and really served as this antagonist to Nathan in a way that everyone was like, oh my God, we're going to find out he's his brother.
It would have been so great if just every season a new jerk showed up and then
Scott
he discovered
boy.
He had another brother. By the end of the show, he just has 10 siblings.
It would have been honestly kind of iconic, one per season.
Yep.
I love it.
Angelica, what is your ultimate lazy day?
Oh.
What are you eating, doing, and wearing?
Oh, man.
So I recently, I forget what I was doing. I think it was for a convention, actually. But it was a gnarly thing where I had to fly out at 3 a.m, get there at nighttime, work the entire next day, and then fly home at 5 a.m. And so I asked Jenny, I was like, hey, can I just take a day in a hotel when I get home to just catch up and have some time to myself? And she was like, absolutely. So that's what I did. I got back and I got a hotel room and I got to spend an entire day there.
Yeah.
And I just it was incredible. It was I stayed in my pajamas. I ordered all the DoorDash and I just watched movies, and it was glorious.
And you need that. You need to kind of recharge your own battery.
Yeah.
It's interesting because what strikes me is they're great questions, right? It's what are you eating, doing, wearing? There's specifics. And what I've realized is that my ultimate lazy day at this sort of stage is a spontaneous day where I don't have to do anything. And it happens so rarely because we work so often on weekends and we're traveling and we've all got multiple jobs and, podcasts and things and whatever. And I just got to have one. I guest directed Mountain Film this year, which is my favorite. It's my favorite weekend of the year. It's a film festival in Telluride, and it's only documentaries, and it's the most inspiring week of the year of my life. I love it. And I went out there and Ash came and I finally got to the point, or I'm arriving at the point, I guess, where I don't like say yes to every single thing I'm asked to do. And I made sure I left my Sunday at Mountain Film open so I could like go see any movie, go have a spontaneous meal with our friends that were all there, whatever. And we wound up going to my buddy's aunt's house. She runs an equine therapy farm. And like, I thought 5 of us were going, and it wound up being like 25 people we knew. And this is so atypical. Normally a lazy day is like exactly what you're saying, but at home, sweats, whatever. But this was one of those moments where like, because I had no plans, I just rode the day and just hung out. And it was like, oh, we're doing this. Oh, these people are here. Oh my God, how nice. And then it was like why don't we go to this sandwich shop? Great, amazing. We wound up sitting there for 3 hours. Like, it was just a day with no plans. So I got to be in flow of a day with my partner, with some of my best friends. And I was like, holy crap, I need to start just like carving out empty time so I can see what happens. And it felt really fun.
I love that. This is a great question. Georgia asks, if OTH characters had social media, who would get famous from their TikTok videos?
I could see Mouth being very Aaron Parnas adjacent, like being the young guy just telling you what you need to know and totally blowing up on social. What do you think?
My first thought was Alex Dupre, because like her lack of boundaries, just I feel like would lend itself to viral moments.
Yeah.
I mean, also though, I feel like I could see Dan Scott.
Ooh.
Just because he's got that cult leader vibe.
Yeah, he'd be like Bad Dad 77.
Yeah.
And everybody would be into him. Oh, dark. It's interesting because I also have this weird shudder for myself playing Brooke, because I'm like, oh man, would Brooke have had to be like a fashion influencer? That feels like so much pressure. I don't think I could do it, but maybe she could. I don't know.
She definitely could. I remember, I don't even do TikTok, and I somehow saw that like you had put up like a TikTok reel or whatever it's even called, of like you trying on different One Tree Hill outfits. And I just remember having this moment, and I was like, I am so impressed with Sophia, because that is a world I haven't even gone into. And it was like the video was like edited real nicely. And I was like, she is so far ahead of me in this game. It's a game I'm not even participating in, but it was very admirable.
Here's the thing. I know what people are doing, but I don't then take the step to do it. I have to have one of my best friends who's a real social media person. Like, she's just chronically online. She has to bully me into making TikToks, and then I do, and people love them. And I'm like, okay, you're onto something. But that was really fun, because it's actually one of the girls who comes to our conventions gave me all this wardrobe that she had managed to collect over the years. It's a business that she runs. Wow. And yeah, Audrey. And it was such a trip. And then all my friends were like, wait, you have to do this TikTok thing that people are doing with their old clothes. And it was a moment.
All right, let's do one rapid round.
One last one. Oh, okay, fast.
Okay, K-Dash. What is something you can watch over and over again and not get bored? See if you can give an answer we haven't given to a question like this before. Because we've definitely talked about our comfort shows.
The Breakfast Club.
Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh. John Hughes is a great call. I'll
so
piggyback
good.
you and go Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh my God, yes. Also, because now you're inspiring me, Steve Martin, My Brain is on the Train, My Blue Heaven, absolute classic. Never get tired of it.
Gosh, that was a good movie. Wow.
Right?
Yes. I haven't watched that in so long, but I loved that movie.
Okay. Here on the same train, Sophie P wants to know, in any movie or show, who's a character you love but probably shouldn't? No one's supposed to like Scar in The Lion King because he's horrible. Mm-hmm. But the actor who did the voice of Scar in the original Lion King, alongside Moira Kelly playing Nala, his voice is so great. And now that I watch that movie a lot with two littles, I'm like, oh my God, that's the kind of voice actor I want to be. So the voice of Scar, I love him, even though he's a bully.
Was it Jeremy Irons?
Was it? I don't even know, but that sounds right. I'm embarrassed to have an answer, but also not the depth of answer. So thank you for saving me there. As I'm rambling, have you come up with a character you love but probably shouldn't?
Well, it's a weird thing about like you probably shouldn't, you know. But I mean, as far
like
as
a villain.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like I love Lucille Bluth, but if you objectively look at her as a human being, she's horrible. This is from Arrested Development.
Well, yes, but she's also so fun because she's so ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah. She's like a comedic Dan Scott.
Yeah, I mean, yes, also
You know?
in any of the main characters from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, because let's be honest, those are all very bad people. And come on, they're so much fun.
I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, TNT Dynamite, last one. First thought that comes to mind, best birthday party memory.
Going to Disneyland.
How old were you?
Like 14, I think. I got to bring one friend, so I brought my best friend, Ryan Khalili at the time, and we had a blast.
Well, I'm going to piggyback your answer and say, ironically, I didn't know I was a Disney adult until my best friend Jenny's last birthday, and she wanted us all to go to Disneyland, and when I tell you, I had one of the best days I've had in years, and I was like, great, give me the ears, give me the corn dog, give it all to me, I'm in, Disney, I'm a Disney adult, so same. And it wasn't even my birthday.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, friends. These are great questions. Keep them coming.
I would love to know if someone out there has way too much time. It would be so fascinating to see on the Q&A episodes that just you and I are a part of. So I would love to know
how often we talk about food.
What percentage of the episode is revolving around food.
I agree with that.
Honestly, it's got to be like 30%.
Yeah. And I bet it's a very big jump from when you and I are doing these episodes with Joy.
Yeah.
Because she has other things she thinks about. And
Yes.
You and I are solely snack focused.
Yup.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to leave us a review. You can also follow us on Instagram at DramaQueensOTH.
Or email us at dramaqueens@iheartradio.com. See you next time.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team.